Protein, protein, protein. Guys, 5 minutes of fitness with Coach Joe. Let's dive right into this one. Let's talk all about protons, okay? So the reason why we focus so much on having more protein is because, hey, most people are not. And at the end of the day, the main reason why guys struggle with having high body fat percentages is because they have such a slow metabolism. Now, one of the easiest fixes, I'm not going to say it's the only fix, but one of the easiest fixes to speeding back up that metabolism is by just having more protein. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, like, okay, so what do you recommend, Joe? Like, what are some great protein sources out there? And at the end of the day, it does not matter what are the highest quality and best protein sources. Just eat more protein. Like, literally, just have more protein than what you're having right now. Okay? There's a whole bunch of different varieties. There is, different kind of lean meats, right? You got turkey, you got chicken, you got steak, ground beef, etc., right? Bison. Those are great. Then you have other things, egg whites, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, fish, right? Like, those are great. But then you also have things that's a little bit more accessible, and especially if you're somebody that's super busy, like myself included. I'm not going to lie. I literally live off protein bars and protein like powders. Like, it's just so easy and convenient for me. But plus, I was that kid that was growing up with the Hostess little cupcakes and whatnot, and like little Debbie's. So now I just buy like really great tasting protein bars, right? Like Legendary makes protein pop tarts, right? They also make a protein kind of like cinnamon roll thing. Built bars taste like candy bars. Like, they have so many great varieties out there and options. It's great because I can fit it into my lifestyle, right? I'll kind of tell you guys how I focus on my daily eating routine to hit my protein goal. And then also, like, I've been taking, Quest. They make probably the best tasting protein powder out there, and it's a very premium like brand, so it's good quality as well. They have a Chips Ahoy flavor that's to die for. And I kid you not, I put that in like my oatmeal, right? Making protein oats. I put that on top of my cereal, make protein cereal. I put it in my coffee, mix it all up, right? Protein coffee. And you're probably like, oh, but is that even healthy? Like, you're having literally all this processed proteins. Like, how can that be healthy, Joe? How can you maintain 10% body fat all year round having processed foods? It's very simple. And I'll tell you guys that in a little bit. But let me tell you like how I hit my protein goal, honestly, because for me, for example, I weigh roughly around 195, 200 pounds, and I consume anywhere from 220 on the low, 250 on the high protons, grams per day, okay? So for anybody, we recommend having at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Honestly, that's going to help speed up your metabolism. It's very normal also if you have a very slow metabolism after eating lots of protein to feel full and bloated, and you're like, oh man, I thought this was going to speed up your metabolism. Well, hey, you didn't get fat overnight. You didn't get fat in a week. You didn't get fat in a month. So at the end of the day, it's going to take some time. Sometimes you got to go a few steps back in order to get 10, 15 steps ahead in where you're trying to get to. So let that be some reassurance, knowing that it's okay to feel full. It's okay to feel kind of bloated at first. It's perfectly fine. Just be consistent with trying to hit your protein goal, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And I promise you, eventually you're going to start feeling hungrier. And that's going to be a great sign that your metabolism is speeding up. So what do I do to help hit my protein goal? I follow what's called the 2x2x2 method. And simply what that is just having 2 protein shakes a day, okay? And every time you have a protein shake, you put 2 scoops of protein powder on it. So not just 1, but 2. So for me, like Ghost Protein, the Chips Ahoy, hey, it's 25 grams per scoop. So if I'm having 2 shakes a day, guess what? That's a total of 4 scoops. That's a total of 100 grams right there. And then the last 2, right? So 2 is 2 shakes, 2 scoops. The last 2 is protein bars. So once again, I have these legendary cinnamon, protein cinnamon rolls, protein pop tarts, different kind of protein bars from like Built and whatnot that I truly like. It's typically about 20 grams of protein, 200 calories. Have 2 of those a day. I'm up to 140, 150. Guess what? It's realistically easy for me to have like 2 meals a day and easily hit 220, 250 grams of protein. Now you may be thinking, but Joe, there's a lot of, I heard protein's bad for your kidneys, and there's a lot of problems of having more protein. Completely false. There's a lot of myths. In fact, if you click on this video right down here, we do a deep dive. Coach Mark did an excellent recap going over all the myths of having a high protein diet. I highly recommend you go check that out because we go over also the benefits of having more protein into your diet and how it's going to speed up your metabolism and burn more body fat. So go check that out.